ओम श्री गणेशाय नमः। ओम श्री सरस्वत्यै नमः। ओम श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः। ओम समस्त जन कल्याणे निरतं करुणामयं नमामि चिन्मयं देवं सद्गुरुं ब्रह्मविद्वरम्। ॐ मूकं करोति वाचालं पङ्गुं लङ्घयते गिरिं यत्कृपातमहं वन्दे परमानन्दमाधवम्। ॐ सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्। ॐ भद्रं कर्णेभिः शृणुयाम देवाः भद्रं पश्येमाक्षभिर्यजत्राः स्थिरैरङ्गैस्तुष्टुवागुंसस्तनूभिः व्यशेम देवहितं यदायुः स्वस्ति न इन्द्रो वृद्धश्रवाः स्वस्ति नः पूषा विश्ववेदाः स्वस्ति नस्तार्क्ष्यो अरिष्टनेमिः स्वस्ति नो बृहस्पतिर्दधातु। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। After indicating the highest philosophy of the self, imparting the knowledge of the self, taking the student through this entire journey, which started with his question, what is it, knowing which everything gets known, indicating that self as the very cause or the substratum of this universe, and also indicating the self with certain pointers which are innate to the self. With reference to something familiar, with reference to its own self, all these various ways with various examples, various analogies, after doing all that, at the end, Guru Rishi Angira is saying, closing his discourse with this reference, another mantra from the Veda. And he says that mantra also says something about this, and that also is. So here one thing is that cross-reference for validity's sake, and also some guideline is given in that mantra with respect to this knowledge. So that also here, basically this is a Rigveda mantra, we can say, or any mantra from some part of the Veda. So that particular reference is not there, but here in the 10th mantra of this last Mundaka, last section, here the Guru says, we shall read the mantra. तदेतदृचाभ्युक्तं क्रियावन्तः श्रोत्रिया ब्रह्मनिष्ठाः स्वयं जुह्वत एकर्षिं श्रद्धयन्तः एकर्षिं श्रद्धयन्तः तेषामेवैतां ब्रह्म विद्यां वदेत शिरोव्रतं विधुवद्यैस्तु चीर्णम् विधिवद्यैस्तु शिरोव्रतं विधिवद्यैस्तु चीर्णम् शिरोव्रतं विधिवद्यैस्तु चीर्णम् तत् एतत् ऋचा अभ्युक्तम् तत् एतत् that this richa by the mantras by this mantra in the Veda abhyuktam has been clearly indicated, has been explained. So that this has been explained by the mantra of the Veda. What is that and this? So here this itself, this just the introduction of this mantra itself is kind of giving us an idea that this means the subject matter which encompasses this, that, everything, that subject matter of the truth. Here with respect to that, something has been indicated. And what has been indicated here, it is said that the knowledge that has been so far imparted to the student, how is it to be further shared? What is the Jnana Sampradana Vidhi? Means, how is it to be shared? To whom is this knowledge to be given? That is being shared here. So first thing is, very important is, if the mantra is talking about how to share this knowledge, it itself means that this should be shared. So this knowledge is not meant to just keep it with ourselves. It is not meant to keep secret. It is not meant for only a limited community of people. It is to be shared. This is important. So if we have got, we should not be the end of the chain. We should make sure that it is shared. How much ever, in whatever form possible. But for that also, there is guideline. Second thing is, if this has to be shared, means this is so significant that it has to be shared. That a scripture has to tell us. Otherwise, no scripture or no injunction will tell us that, you share some gossip with your friends. Nobody has to say that, because that we naturally do, which is not healthy, but we do it. So nobody will say that you share this gossip with your friend or share this rumor with everybody. No. It is something significant, it is something important to be shared. Therefore, you share this. Something very healthy, something that is going to benefit everyone. So, to be shared. Now, how is it to be shared? Who all should get this? So, this Richa Abhyuktam, this mantra is telling how it should be shared. Oh, what is it? Who all should get this? So, he says, those people, tesham eva etam brahma vidyam vadeta. The third line of this mantra says, tesham, to them only this brahma vidya should be given. Who are they? So many different adjectives are given, different words are given, that these are so all the rest of the three lines is qualifying that person or those kind of people. It is all plural. So those people, such people only should be given this Brahma Vidya. Tesham eva etam Brahma Vidyam vadeta. You give this knowledge to only these kind of people. Who? Number one. We'll first see the words, then we will little bit more think. Kriyavantaha should be performing actions, should be active in life. Not those people who cannot do anything in the world, are utter failures, and then come and sat in front of you and said, now give me knowledge. Why? Because I'm good for nothing in this world. At least, you give me some knowledge, I will do something. No. Kriyavantah should be living an active life, should be performing actions. Okay. Shrotriyaha, those who are well read. If they are already well read, then what is the point of giving knowledge? Well read means they should be educated. They cannot be completely no background of any knowledge. No, at least worldly knowledge should be there. They should have listened, they should have had, and in other texts, the Acharyas have given that they should have all preliminary knowledge of Vedas and lived life as per the injunctions of the Vedas. That is what it is indicating. Kriyavantaha Shrotriyaha. So they should know the basics of Veda. Oh, okay. Even in Vivek Chudamani, Shankaracharya says, Medhavi Purusho Vidwan. He should be Vidwan. Who? The disciple. Not about the Guru. Disciple has to be Vidwan. Vidwan means, he has attained the supreme knowledge. No. He has all transactional knowledge. He is very sound with all that. Because that is important as a stepping stone. And that is why in our Sandipani Sadhanalaya, the Gurukul of Chinmaya Mission, Gurudev has said that the person who is applying should be a graduate minimum. Means that is called here Shrotriya. Basic knowledge has to be there. Some education has to be there. Brahmanishtaha. These two words were used for Guru in the beginning. The second section of the first Mundaka, was said, Samit Padihi, Shrotriyam, Brahmanishtham, Guru Meva Vigachet. So this Guru is Shrotriya Brahmanishta. His Shishya also has to be Shrotriya Brahmanishta. Yes. But the meanings are different. When for Guru it was said Shrotriya Brahmanishta means well versed in the scriptures and established in that supreme self. That is Shrotriya Brahmanishta for the Guru. Whereas for the Shishya, he should have basic transactional knowledge, should be educated with a basic understanding of the world, and also whatever Veda, Brahma word is not just supreme consciousness, Brahma word stands for Veda also. So the one who is Brahmanishta means who has full faith in Veda and is living according to Veda. So if Vedas have said that this is how you have to live, he is living like that. Brahmanishta. Shrotriyaha, Brahmanishtaha. Or Brahmanishta can also mean the one who is intent on understanding or gaining, attaining this Brahman, the knowledge of Brahman. So Brahma Vidya Nishthaha. So they want to pursue and they are very steady, they are established and intent on getting this knowledge of Brahman, Brahmanishtaha. After that, the next line, the last word is Shraddhayantaha. Shraddhayantaha means Shraddhavantaha. They should have Shraddha. They should have faith. Faith in what? So faith primarily in the means of knowledge, the object of knowledge, and the seeker of knowledge. All three. So the means scripture and the Guru. Object of knowledge means faith in Brahman, that supreme reality, and the seeker of knowledge in oneself also. That I can walk this path, I can reach the goal in this lifetime itself with the guidance of my Guru. So, Shraddhayanta, they should have immense faith. And Swayam Juhvate Ekarshim. Ekarshi is a type of a upasana, a type of Agni is called Ekarshi Agni, where Ahuti is given. Juhvate means the offerings are done made in the Agni called Ekarshi. But here it is Swayam Juhvate. He himself has offered these oblations in the fire Ekarshi. Here Puja Gurudev very beautifully says, he should not be a lazy person outsourcing his own sadhana also. He's given an example, Gurudev has given an example in the commentary. He has dramatized it so much. He said, I met this person. He's given all references and all. He said, I have met this person. And this man, he said, since many, many years, our house, Gita Parayan is happening continuously without a break. Oh, yeah, chanting of Gita every day. A very devout family, you must be, so you must be getting up really very early and you must all, be chanting so much and all. Said, but only thing I am not very happy is I don't know even one verse of Gita. So Gurudev says he himself has said that I could not understand how can that happen. That in somebody's house so many years they have been chanting Gita and he doesn't know even one verse of Gita. That no, I can't even chant one verse of Gita. Then how is it happening so many years? Then all your family members chant or what? No, 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 they also don't know. Then how is it happening? That we have kept one priest. We pay him every month. So he comes, he chants, he goes away. So in our house, Gita chanting happens every day. What is the use? That priest will get lot of benefit of that sadhana. But what will the family members? They are not even sitting there with him. So that kind of, so it should not be like this outsourcing thing. Yes, priests are required, they officiate our pujas and all, they guide us, they help us in conducting certain rituals which we may not be well versed with, all that is okay. But our participation and our active participation is required. It's not that I have given many people, it's nothing to joke about or anything, but there are so many people, they pay money and say, you do japa for me. Actually, not joking, actually. As an anushtan, now some astrologer would have said, looking at the hand and looking at the horoscope, and so they say that this dasha is very strong and this is very difficult period. So you have to do 10 million japa. 10 million japa, how a person can do it is very difficult, and never done even one mala japa per day. And then suddenly 10 million japa you have to do within 1 month. It is very difficult. So then they give the power of attorney to the priest that you are authorized on my behalf to do it. And the priest also very faithfully takes the sankalpa on behalf of this Yajaman, I am doing japa. So all the punya, may it go to him. That happens in the world of rituals and there is nothing wrong with that. People do it. It is a norm. So there's nothing unusual about it. That may happen in the field of rituals, but as far as his knowledge is concerned, a qualified student is not one who outsources his own sadhana. The one who has performed things himself. Swayam juhvate ekarshim. So Gurudev has stressed upon this a lot in his commentary. He says it is very important because a person who is not even doing his own sadhana, how is he going to get the highest truth? How is he going to even absorb that knowledge? So a person who has been faithfully performing these rituals, also living life according to the scriptures, such a person, Shirovratam vidhivadyaistu chirnam. A person who is following this, observing, performing chirnam, vidhivat, as per the indications of the scriptures, one who has followed this, what? Shirovratam. Shirovratam is again a name of a ritual, like Ekarshi is a name of a particular Agni. This ritual has the part where the performer of that ritual has to have a pot of fire tied on the head. So with that fire on the head, the ritual has to be done. So something if we have to understand, and this is an Atharva Veda ritual, and this Upanishad also in Atharva Veda. Therefore, the student would be in the tradition of this whole Rishi Parampara, the student would be conversant that, okay, this ritual you're talking about. Because Atharva Veda, this ritual has been described. So we hear. But no, to understand in this context, what kind of ritual will be there where fire has to be kept on the head, Shirovratam. We all must have watched this movie called Bahubali. In that, they show that this lady puts that fire on the head and she keeps walking and does something, and then she has to keep walking and reach somewhere and does the ahuti in the thing. Something like that we can imagine. Because I don't know what it is. Because no other detail is given. It is said that Atharvaveda, even Shankaracharya has only given that much detail that the ritual which is mentioned in Atharva Veda, that person should be performing as indicated in the scripture. Now, there are two things that we have to understand. It is not the ritual per se. Because these days now, so how many rituals are we performing? Even if we perform, we don't have the capacity to even organize once in a lifetime. So how can one do like consistently? Third thing, we don't even know how it is to be done, where it is to be done. We don't know much about it. The knowledge is missing, capacity is missing. Sometimes the ability of our, putting our mind there also is missing. So how is this? That is one thing. So the spirit has to be understood. So one spirit is Vidhivat Chirnam, the one who is performing or observing this vrata, Vidhivat as indicated in the scriptures, means what? The readiness to follow whatever injunction the scripture has given. That is what is more important here. It is not a particular ritual. Otherwise, we will say we are all not qualified for this. Why? Because we have never done Shirovratam. I don't even know what is Shirovratam. The idea is, as indicated in the scriptures, am I ready to live life? Means if I have to, vrata means some rules I apply to my own self. I myself decide I should take care of this vratam. So somebody oneself self-imposed that I choose to do that. There are guidelines, but do I choose to do that? So if I choose to do that, yes, it is a vratam. Now there is one period where people go to Shabarimala in a traditional manner. So they take a typical vratam of 40 days. So they have certain rules. Now this is guided in the scriptures, but I choose to follow them. And there are various people who say that, okay, I am very strictly following that. Some people say, okay, I'm little bit of practicality I have to take care of. I can't do everything, but whatever best possible in the present context, I will try and do that. So they take up that vrata. Now, what is that taking up that vrata or following certain rules means I am ready to give up my comfort zone for the sake of obeying the scriptures. This spirit, if that spirit is there, then I will be able to give up my comfort zone of ignorance for the sake of knowledge. So that spirit is most important here. And second thing here, Puja Gurudev says is really this mantra commentary. Of course, every mantra commentary we must read, but this mantra is, we must read this especially. So he has said that nobody can think more absurd than this if you think that you have to have a fire on your head and then learn this Upanishad. So the point is, it is not fire on the head. What is more important is you have to have that fire of learning, understanding, that spirit of I have to get this. There has to be that fire. When Swami Vivekananda was asked, what kind of desire should I have for liberation? There is one very famous story that he says that he put that person under water. And then after some time he released. Said, what were you thinking there? Said, how to get out. This way, if you think of how to get out of this samsara, you will be liberated. In another place it is said that when it was asked, what should be the intensity of desire? When your head is on fire, how you look for water. To just put your head there, to put out this fire. That should be the yearning. That should be the spirit in which you pursue this knowledge. So that fire of gaining this knowledge, that fire that is inspiring me, I have to get this. This kind of readiness, this kind of intensity of desire is required. Shirovratam vidivadyayistu chirnam. I want liberation. That fire has to be there. Otherwise, if I get liberation, it is very good. I live my life, and by the by, if I get liberation also, I don't mind. I won't refuse it. I will take that also. That is, if that attitude is there, then it is not going to come to us. Even if it comes to us, we will miss. Here, that kind of spirit is most important. So this kind of person only, tesham eva etam brahma vidyam vadeta. So if you look at this, it's very interesting that how a person should be, we find in all these words what was indicated in the beginning of the Upanishad as a qualification of a student. All the qualifications are there. By the words like Shrotriyaha. Shrotriyaha means the one who is well versed in scripture. The knowledge is coming means it is clarity of knowledge. That is Viveka. Swayam Juhvate Karshim. Oneself does all this sadhana. So if I have to oneself do, I have to give up my distractions of the senses, the mind, etc. Shama, Dhamma, etc. has to be understood there. Shraddhayantaha means there has to be immense faith has to be there. Shirovratam Jirnam, the one who is having this fire, liberation, that burning desire for liberation. Mumukshutva has to be understood. Kriyavantaha, performing all duties. This is a state of withdrawal, uparati, where I am not getting distracted, I am just focused on my duties. So, dharmanushtanam eva, my duties. Brahmanishtaha, having faith in the scriptures and just following that path, or Brahmanishta also means that that withdrawn mind is applied to this pursuit of knowledge, samadhanam. So all these different things, if we see, we find that it is saying one who is endowed with the fourfold qualification called sadhana chatushtaya, viveka, vairagya, shamadama, ikpartiti, diksha, shraddha, samadhan, and mumukshutva. So this fourfold qualification, one who has, such a person only should be given this knowledge. Tesham eva etam brahma vidyam vadeta. So all these words are indicating a qualified student, which was earlier also talked about as pariksha lokan karmachitan brahmanah nirvedamayan nastya kritah kritena tad vijnanartham sa gurumeva vigachet samitpani shrotriyam brahmanishtam. So that which was indicated in the beginning, that same is indicated here. Who is this qualified student? The one who is endowed with these fourfold qualifications: discrimination, dispassion, and all the sixfold spiritual wealth and the burning desire for liberation. So this, give this Brahma Vidya only to these people. Oh, so then I have been asked to share, but then I have to share only with these people. Now what do I do? You please fill up this Google form. Okay, what is there in that? I will judge your Vivek, Vairagya, how much is it? If it is enough, then I will call you and I will share whatever I have understood from Mundaka Upanishad. And if you fail the test, sorry, I am not going to share with you. We don't have to judge these things. Puja Gurudev used to give talks in public, open for all. And there were some Panditas sticking to these kind of things. Otherwise, they will not discuss all these things. Scriptural discussion. But suddenly, they will say, it has been said only to qualified students this should be given. And qualified student, as per that people, those people is born in a particular family. Only those should get, nobody else. Gurudev said that no, the mother Shruti is the one who protects me and protects everyone. Can't she protect herself? So he said, I am speaking to everybody. Only the qualified will benefit out of it. So qualified does not mean that others are driven out of this. Qualified means only these qualifications will help us benefit out of this knowledge. Otherwise, we listen to the words, we listen to the meanings, we may memorize this, we may understand this, we may speak about this also, but it is all aparavidya. Athapara yaya tad aksharam adhigamyate. That will not happen without this. So here what is indicated is I should have these qualifications. It is not about somebody else should have, only then I will share. I should have this qualification. What is the Shanti mantra of this Upanishad saying? Bhadram karnevi shrunuyama devaha. I should listen to what is auspicious. And for me to listen to what is auspicious, I should have these qualities. So it is to become a better student that this is there for us. So give it to the person. But basic thing, if we have to understand, a very, very practical level of understanding is that if somebody is interested, they will listen to this. Simple. You can force feed, but how much effect it will have, we don't know. We can enforce, there's nothing wrong. But the benefit will come only to those people who have these qualities. So it is available for everyone, but benefit only for those who have these qualities. Simple. For example, now if somebody is sick, I go to a medical store and get some medicine. Medicine is available on sale for everybody. But who will see the effect of medicines? One who is sick. So the qualification for taking medicines is sickness. Only then you will see the effect that it is improving. You are already well. There is no need to take also. Even if you take, you will not understand what it is doing to you. So sickness is there only then. Now, sickness also is there. I go and buy medicine. It is available on sale. But if I don't take it, then it is not going to benefit me just by buying it. Similarly, the knowledge is available, but I don't make myself fit to gain that knowledge. Then it may come into my ears, it may make some information gathering will happen, but transformation may not happen because these qualities are not there. So a one who has all these qualities, who is living a very active life, not a laid back. No, because sometimes we have these notions of spiritual life means what? I am a spiritual person. Means I don't get affected by anything. Anything means sunrise, I don't get affected. I am in my bed only. A spiritual person. Sunrise is such a big event. Even the birds wake up, animals wake up, the flowers blossom, people everywhere get into action. But I am a spiritual person. Nothing can shake me out of my bed. That is called lazy person. So this is Kriyavantaha, active life. And that is why even for a Jivan Mukta, this same Upanishad, it said, Atma Kridaha Atmaratihi Kriyavan. He is active. A man of knowledge will never be lazy. If man of knowledge is not lazy by nature, then for us it is sadhana. I have to live an active life. I cannot just sit down imagining that to be a spiritual life. Spiritual life is not a life of inaction. It is a life of activity. But that action I have to perform without the sense of doership. That is a trick there. Otherwise, not performing any action and then say, I have no doership. Why? Because you are not doing anything. That is not the thing. While doing, no doership. As given in the scriptures, I live my life. Am I ready to obey to that extent? Do I have that much of faith? So this kind of person, only such people give this. Now, Brahmaji, he gave to his son Atharva. Brahma Vidyam, Sarva Vidya Pratishtham, Atharvaya Jeshta Putraya Praha. First mantra. Why? Had all these qualities. Then that Atharva gave to Angi, Angi gave to Bharadwaj, Bharadwaj gave to Angirasa. All this, why? All these qualities. And Angiras was given to Shaunaka, all these qualities. And in that conversation, we also could listen. Means, we also have these qualities. To a lesser or greater extent, we also have. If we did not have, we could not have listened to the scriptures. It's not possible. Scriptures cannot come to our life if we don't have even traces of these qualities. So we already have these qualities to some extent at least. All we can do is to improve upon, to get greater depth in these qualities so that the real benefit and transformation takes place. We are actually able to abide in that self. So the very listening itself proves that we have these qualities to some extent. So we have to keep moving ahead on this path. Now after this, Rishi Angiras has completed his discourse. He is ended. Now he is silent. Now Mother Shruti, the Veda, is now concluding this Upanishad. And how is it concluding? Very beautiful mantra. Because now Mother Shruti only started the story. That Shaunako Havai Mahashalaha Bhagavantam Vidhivad Upasannaha Papracha Tasminno Bhagavo Vijñate Sarvamidam Vijñatam Bhavati iti. So that once upon a time there was this Shaunaka, was a great householder. He came, approached Guru Rishi Angiras and asked this question. That story was started, now it has to conclude. So here in the 11th mantra, the last mantra of the Upanishad, here the conclusion of this story. Tadetat satyam ऋषिरंगिराः पुरोवाच नैतदचीर्णव्रतो अधीते नैतदचीर्णव्रतो अधीते अचीर्णव्रतो अधीते नमः परमर्षिभ्यः ऋषि अंगिराः पुरोवाच पुरा उवाच पुरा long ago uvacha spoke. Who spoke? Rishi Angiraha. Rishi Angiras spoke. What did he speak? Tadetat satyam, that which is the truth. Which truth? After listening to the whole Upanishad, if we ask which truth, all we can say is go back to the first and reread. Which truth? That which is my own self, that supreme consciousness which has been indicated in various ways, that truth. Tadetat satyam, which was imparted, discoursed upon by Rishi Angiras. Pura, long ago. Acha. To whom did he give this knowledge? He gave this knowledge to Shaunaka, that we know the background. And maybe with Shaunaka there were other disciples also. That all we don't know, but he gave this knowledge. Okay. But one thing is certain. Here Mother Shruti is saying, Etad, this knowledge, Achirna vrataha na adhite. The one who does not live a disciplined life, Achirna vrataha, the previous mantra indicated that Vidhivat Shiro Vratam, Yehi Chirnam, the one who has followed the Shiro Vratam as per the guidance of the scriptures. So, which means living a disciplined life as guided by scriptures, in line with the injunctions of the scriptures, that kind of self-disciplined life. Achirna vrataha, the one who has not followed any vrata, any niyama, nothing. He has been, living a licentious life. No control over senses, no control over mind, nothing. If such a person is there, etad na adhite, such a person will not come to study this at all. Little bit of self-discipline is required, only then the study is possible. So, who is responsible? We may say, we may blame so many things, we may hold so many other things as responsible. We say, I'm not able to come only in the morning, there is so much of work, or sometimes, it was raining, what to do, or sometimes we say that, this is morning is too much of rush and all, it is difficult to come and all. It is not that those reasons are not genuine, but if we think about them, there is a possibility. And that possibility window can be used to make sure we gain this knowledge. Now this technology is there. We can make use of that, if not anything else. So sometimes we feel that it is maybe our priorities. We can't blame anybody else. We say that, we were about to leave for satsang and guests came, what to do? Gurudev used to say, bring those guests also to satsang. If they run away, then good only, they are such guests only worthy of running away. And if they stay, they are like-minded, so you will have better friendship. Good only. So we can't blame anything or anybody. Achirna vratam na adhite. Such people will not be able to study, will not choose at all. Because some kind of, if that inclination is not there, if this priority is not there, if little bit of obedience to the scriptures is not there, little bit of discipline in our life is not there, then we will not be able to study. Some prioritization is required. Very interesting, very amusing to hear that in a place like this, people say, we are very far to reach there. What is far in this place? And that too in the center we are. In any direction, you can't be further than half an hour. Because beyond that is sea. Unless you are some mermaid coming from under the sea, I don't know. Then you may be really far. But in this land, what is far? If we go to cities like Mumbai and all, then we actually understand what is far. It really takes 2 hours to travel one side, and that too if you are lucky. No traffic and all. Otherwise, 2 hours we can do 5 pradakshinas of this whole country. So it is sometimes our priorities. That is why here this Veda, Upanishad is not mincing words, but directly. Achirna vratam na adhite. Will not choose to study this or will not be able to study this. Somewhere we have to prioritize. We have to make a choice. We have to say, I want this in my life. And if I choose, it will come to me. So that is why always Gurudev used to, say that, how will I get a guru? How will I get a guru? He said, you don't worry about getting a guru. You become a good student. Guru will come, knowledge will come. But I have to be good student. I have to choose this knowledge. So that is here indicated very clearly that Rishi Angiras was there. He imparted this knowledge. But to whom? To that Shaunaka, who was not a sannyasi, he was a householder. Mahashalaha. He was a wealthy, prosperous householder, a family man. He chose to go to the Guru. He saw that, what I want is not there in this transactional world. I want something deeper, something greater. I have to go to the Guru. He went there, sat at the feet of the Guru, said, give me this knowledge. He did not say, give me this knowledge in half an hour. Why do I have to go and pick up my child from school? Or, my business partner is coming, we have a lunch meeting. So, finish this off quickly, okay? Then I have to run back. No, he just said, give me this knowledge. Whatever time it takes, I will follow whatever you say. That readiness and surrender. And it's a householder. Although with the spirit of a sannyasi. That is what Shankaracharya said. That was Pujya Gurudev always stress upon. That it is the spirit that is most important. Responsibilities everybody has. Work everybody has. Choices very few make. That is why in any worldly activities and events, we find big crowds. But spirituality, very few. So why people are not coming? Same if you invite people and there's a wedding at my place, please do come. And it is not the food, huh? If we serve food after satsang also, crowd is that much only. Maybe few more, that's all. Because people are not coming for food. But the point is that choice. Sometimes we only feel that what is there, what is the hurry? And now I am only 60 years old, what is the hurry? There's a long life. If in this day and age, if I think that there is a long life, then something really wrong with us. Because we are seeing people, there is no concept of long life these days. Anything can happen anytime. And then we are thinking that to me nothing will happen. I will live a long life and that too with all my senses intact so that I can study the scripture sometime in future. What more future? This is the future now. So this self-discipline has to come, this prioritization has to happen. Only then this I will choose to study and I will be able to study. Otherwise, Guru is there, scriptures are there, grace always is there. But am I ready to receive it? That is the thing. That is why the previous verse also indicated all the qualities, and in this mantra, it is very clearly stated, if you don't choose, it will not. That is why it was said, Yame Vaisha Vrunute Tena Labhyaha. The one who chooses alone gets this. Otherwise, not just by discoursing upon, not just by memorizing, not just by listening, but by choosing this. Yame Vaisha Vrunute. So that is what is na etad achirna vrato adhite. And after saying that, there is prostration. Namah Paramarishibhyo, Namah Paramarishibhyah. All the great sages in this parampara, we offer our salutations to, our prostrations to all of them who have sacrificed their life, dedicated themselves for this flow of knowledge to come up to us uninterrupted. This entire Guru Parampara, we are extremely grateful. And that gratitude, we don't know what else to do. We just do Namaskar. And we say, I am at your feet. You make use of me in whichever way you want. Well, I don't know what I can do for you. Namah Paramarishibhyo, Namah Paramarishibhyah. And such thing, when it is uttered twice, it is an indicator of the end of the text, end of the Upanishad, and with that, this Upanishad teaching ends. Now, after this, what happened? After this, we all kept studying every day, and then one day we also realized, oh, it is there in this Upanishad. Yes, it will be there if we do study and if we really gain this. That will be the greatest tribute, greatest offering to our entire Guru Parampara. As per our tradition taught by our Puja Gurudev, we now read the first mantra again. We never finish studying any scripture. Until this ego is finished, we have to keep studying. So therefore, we read the first mantra indicating that we have completed one round of study of the Upanishad. Now we are restarting it with a more mature and understanding mind so that we go into deeper insights of this Upanishad on this journey. So we shall read this first mantra once again. Please repeat. Om Brahma Devanam Prathamah Sambhabhuva Vishwasya Karta Bhuvanasya Gopta Sa Brahma Vidyam Sarva Vidya Pratishtham अथर्वाय ज्येष्ठपुत्राय प्राह कायेन वाचा मनसेन्द्रियैर्वा बुद्ध्यात्मना वा प्रकृते स्वभावात् करोमि यद्यत् सकलं परस्मै नारायणायेति समर्पयामि नारायणायेति समर्पयामि. With the infinite grace of God and the blessings of Puja Gurudev, we could tread this path of studying of Mundaka Upanishad in the past 2 months uninterrupted. And that happens only through grace, and we offer this also, this effort, whatever we have done our little bit at the feet of the Guru Parampara, and pray that we are able to obey the scriptures, our Gurus, and walk this path with full determination and reach the goal in this lifetime itself. We don't want to come back. Om Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Shri Gurubhyo Namah. Hari Om.